Thank you for taking the time to hear about our Sustainability Fellowship. My name is Courtney LaBrie, and my co-presenter is Luke Kirkham. We are both Impact MBA students at Colorado State University, focusing on corporate sustainability. We spent our summer fellowship working together at Denver International Airport. The overall purpose of this project was to research and create a strategic plan for electric vehicle and electric vehicle infrastructure updates at the airport, which included the following key areas. First, the current state and amount of existing infrastructure at the airport. 2, current and future trends for EV adoption and corresponding infrastructure needs, considering both state regulations and incentives. 3, charging infrastructure technology and utility demands. And 4, concluding with a phased approach of recommendations, including costs and benefits. Our fellowship explored 3 main topics of public-facing electrification needs at the airport, which included, first, the passenger shuttle bus fleet, which consists of 45 40-foot buses and 13 26 to 27-foot buses, all powered with compressed natural gas. Second, personal electric vehicle and electric vehicle support equipment needs. There are currently 52 non-networked EV chargers with plans to add 6 more. And finally, transportation network company needs, which refers to rideshares like Uber and Lyft. There are plans to add 6 direct current fast chargers for the TNCs. These key areas and main topics were chosen because of DIA's desire to understand the increasingly important EV and EVSE landscape, as well as increase their greenhouse gas reductions, resiliency, and cost savings at the airport. Through extensive research and in-depth interviews with key stakeholders and subject-level experts, we gathered information on current trends, projections, use cases, best practices, advantages, and challenges associated with our main topics, with a specific focus on how to apply this information at the airport. This information led us to phased recommendations for our 3 main topics.
The first of these recommendations will be implemented in Phase 1, which is expected to cover demand up until 2025. The total expenditure sums to around $38 million, plus an average cost of around $58,000 per bus charger, depending on the fleet route requirements. Unfortunately, we were unable to acquire route hour requirements per each bus. That would have provided us the amount of downtime for each bus, the number of chargers needed, and the required kilowatt level for each charger to provide adequate charging within their downtime window. PEV charger demand was generated using the Colorado Current Annual Growth Rate scenario for EV adoption. Starting from the right here, Table 3F applies that growth rate to the public charging spaces at the airport, which currently seem to be adequate. Table 3G on the left is for the employee chargers. The same annual growth rate of 39.54% was applied to the 11 EV charging spaces currently available to employees. It should be noted, though, that anecdotally it was reported to us that there are not enough employee chargers. Their utilization rate should be monitored to see if a multiplier should be applied to these forecasts. For shuttle bus fleet acquisition, current CNG shuttle bus routes were assessed to determine suitability for replacement by similar EV models. This table shows the 40-foot bus EV assessment with a maximum range of 329 miles, but we also conducted the same analysis for the 27-foot shuttle buses with a range of 150 miles. Figures for TNC drivers making trips to the airport and the required chargers were generated using a combination of many inputs and assumptions noted here. In the Phase 1 recommendation slide, you may have noticed that there are no recommendations for chargers for TNCs. This is because the planned Plaza program should provide the 6 direct current fast chargers that are estimated to be required in 2025. Our electrification research and assessment report for Denver International Airport is complete. And now moving forward, the airport must decide the timeline feasibility, level of investment, and which of the 3 areas researched will be their priority or priorities. Courtney and I would like to thank you for your interest in our research and report.